What has been ruined because too many people are doing it? Comic-Con. Maya Beach. It was in that 2000 Leo DiCaprio movie where it was depicted as a paradise. Now way too many tourists visit there, beyond the beach's capacity, and it's destroyed almost all of the coral reef and marine life. The government of Thailand had to close the beach down indefinitely last year to let the ecosystem recover. Airbnb is ruining Hawaii. The wealthy, who are often non-residents, are buying up all the affordable housing, so residents are being forced to move to the mainland. Tourism to ultra-popular places, especially smaller cities. Dubrovnik immediately comes to mind. The first time I went was pre-Game of Thrones, and I thought it was pretty touristy, but sort of in a typical popular European destination way. I went again a few years later, after Goatee became really popular, with my then boyfriend, because we were in the area and he hadn't been, and holy shit. It is the only place I've ever thought was absolutely ruined by the huge amount of tourists. And that was in autumn. I'd hate to see what it's like in the summer. Back when Etsy was in its heyday, it was really awesome finding unique artists doing unique things all over the world. I loved that I could find things for any niche interest I could dream of, would eat up their featured artist videos for inspiration, and felt like I had a real chance at selling the crafts I've loved making for years. Nowadays a lot of it is Chinese resellers and people selling things they made that you can tell were just like two things they bought and glued together. It was kind of fun at first back when Regretsy was a thing, FJLs unite, but now I feel like I have to be super meticulous when I'm shopping on there to make sure what I'm looking at is indeed either a vintage or handmade item, and that it's not something from Alibaba or Wish with a 500% markup. Not to mention trying to stand out among all that crap if you're trying to sell things. askReddit comment compilation YouTube channels. Many forms of passive income like print-on-demand sites. Driving. Living in California, the difference even in the last 5 to 7 years is insane. Flipping houses. I've never been interested in doing it myself, but when just a few people who actually knew how to improve a fixer-upper and resell it after increasing its value were doing it, it was a legitimate service. Now it's just artificially inflating housing prices when investors buy up every open property in an area, put in trendy, garbage fixtures and cheap paint, and expect unreasonable prices, so normal people can't afford homes. It's ruining the housing market in a lot of places. Delivering for Uber Eats. Used to make $150 a night on the weekends. Now I'm lucky to hit $60 before I get tired of waiting around for pings and go home. Mass tourism. If a place gets too popular and too many tourists go there, then it ends up destroyed. Flower fields trampled, beaches full of garbage, overfishing, etc. Instagram. Specific types of accounts. As much as I love using it for friends, everything is so overdone to the extreme. Photographers edit their photos to basically look like a place that doesn't actually exist, but are dishonest about it. Models all have the same poses, locations, aesthetic themes. All those people that post as a lifestyle blog, but it's just a bunch of pictures of them on vacation, or advertising some sketchy looking online shop. People that have thousands of followers, and every single one of their posts is a selfie. Sorry if any of these things intrigue you. In my opinion, I just feel like they're so overdone and hard to avoid. A shortcut through a neighborhood to avoid 3 lights and a railroad crossing. It became so popular that the town installed a series of large speed bumps to discourage drivers from using it. Driving side/urban roads to get somewhere faster during rush hour in the city. Fudge you was. You've ruined our secret pathways we spent years ironing out. Theme parks. Even if you pay a buttload for the express passes, you still have to get through the swarms of people to get to the rides. Then all the food vendors are packed. I feel like there could actually be more of them spread out. There is one water park near me. To large metropolitan cities within a little over an hour drive. That place is wall to wall people every day of the summer. Antibiotics. Hit songs always do it for me. The radio doesn't help either. Takes the replay value down, even if the song is 10/10. Going to the theater. I'm not going to buy tickets to a show I can't see until 2027. Flying. I should be the only person at the airport. Who the fudge do all these people think they are?